away from the farm. So
Going to a
have these
chocolate
trees because
factory.
They are working really hard.
In Maui.
Now, folks, as I
You guys want to follow me this way? Name trees, but I've got to introduce you to this rock star. This is our banana tree. Got one here, and then we actually have a cluster of them in the middle of these nice, juicy leaves, and I'll tell you why they're so important in just a few minutes. Follow me. For those of you who haven't, ta-da! Right? You had to come all the way to Maui to see a cacao tree. Now, if you look in front of us here, we've got a couple baby trees we've just recently introduced to the farm. Now, every tree, folks, that we have here on the farm started off as a seed here in our greenhouse. And once those trees become 6 months old, then we can bring them out here on the farm with the rest of the trees. Now, from the time that they're that age until they're mature enough to start producing cacao for us, folks, that takes 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years are. Horses in the spring. However, we do a smaller harvest in the fall, but that's not to say that if the trees are ready at another time of the year, well, then we're ready as well. But how do we know? Well, the trees are actually going to show us. Turn on and give each tree a gallon of water. Now, a gallon of water is a
4,000
reasonable
trees
amount, but
on the farm.
let's not forget, these guys are from the Amity without anything being added. And we just kept trying to explain. It's because it's grown in Maui and made with aloha, right? I mean, come on. It's so obvious. Resilience, right? Resilience. Look at these trees. I mean, if I didn't tell you they got defoliated, you never would have known. Because they came back in vengeance, right? They came back and really, they're now beautifully.
最近有大火，呢啲樹葉全部落晒嚟，好在救得翻嗰啲樹，同埋咧。佢呢啲樹原本啊係亞馬遜jungle 運過嚟 ，came from the Amazons originally.
And found a couple of pods that they didn't use because they're kind of small. Now, we got our pod, right, hanging on the tree. We're going to clip it off at that peduncle. This is when we would crack it open with the machine. Look at that.
Oh,
right? Look at that. It's like a little alien baby, right?
alien baby.
Coupled with the sugar in that bubba, and that's what kickstarts the fermenting. Folks, it's going to heat up to 120 degrees inside of that box once the fermenting starts.
But you have holes in them.
Folks, we're going to peel those banana leaves back, and instead of those beans being slimy, now they're sticky. They're sticky, yeah. So we're going to scoop those babies out, and that's when this comes into play. This is our drying rack, and the fermenting and drying is all done right behind us here on the farm. And when we leave, I'll be able to show you that area. Now, we're going to let those beans steam, right? We got to roast these babies.
Saigon.
Want to take a smell and pass that around for me? Take a smell and pass that around for me, guys. 100% cacao. We need to crush these nibs. We need to pulverize them, right? And by crushing them and grind 50% cacao butter. It's a very fine substance, but folks, that's not even fine enough. We've got that would go in as well. And then of course, if we were making our fruit flavored chocolate, we could add our powdered fruit flavoring as well. But anything that's going into the chocolate is going to go into that ball mill machine. Because, folks, we need that ground down to 15 microns. What the heck is 15 microns? As we package it in thermal packs, and depending on the time of the year and where it's going, there may be even ice packs involved. But again, we guarantee our chocolate's going to get to you as amazing as if you bought it here on Maui. Do you guys have any questions for me?
朱古力要將佢 grind 咗，磨到變成粉末 ，and then 將佢燒到好熱，200幾度好似 ，and then 使佢有個 consistency，and then 又凍結翻，然後包裝，哇，好長嘅 process，long process。Amazing, so much work involved. 有14種 flavor, they can mail it to you. to California or wherever you are.
Pieces of chocolate before we leave this treehouse today.
Yay! 唔同嘅 flavor, different flavor.
Made here. It says grown here, right? It's because it's from our trees. The trees we just walked around.